What's going on, real ones? BCHQ back with another discussion time, episode 96. Recently spoke about the coronavirus, and I'm kind of gonna dive back into that today. Basically, I was told the other day by my mum, because I don't really watch the news, because you know my thoughts on the news. I hope you're waking up to it as well. But I was told that at the end of this month, there's going to be £100 fines all across the UK if you go into a shop without a face mask. So you're going to get charged £100 if you refuse to comply with wearing a mask. Are we okay with that as a society? Are we okay with that as a group of people to be controlled like this? Like, this doesn't sit well with me at all. And I'm not convinced that it sits well with a lot of you either. I know a lot of people are just going to accept it and go along with it. Some of them, we're not going to be able to change their minds. But I want to ask the ones that do care, what are we going to do? Because I feel like too many people are just accepting this. And is that what we're in? Is that the state the country is in now, where we just get told what to do and we just bow down? Like, come on. Like, it baffles me that we're getting to this stage now and people are just accepting it. I knew people were sheep and I knew a lot of people won't fight against it, but I'm still not seeing enough people fighting and refusing this. I've seen a few people like comment on it here and there, but not enough. If we actually want to stop this and prevent this, we got to get these numbers up. Not just protesting in the street. We have to actually fight against this. So, are you okay with living the rest? Because who knows how life's going to be when this goes forward. Maybe this is life now. They can control this as long as they want. You could be wearing a mask for the rest of your life. Are you okay with that? Because bearing in mind, I have not heard nothing. I could be wrong on this. I've not heard that when they're going to stop, when they're going to say that we don't have to wear masks. And also, if the rate in that is going down, which I don't know if it is or not, because I don't read into it, because I know that this is all smoke and mirrors. If this is the case that's going on in the end of this month, and we got to wear these masks, why are they doing it now? If the rates are lower, why didn't they do it beforehand? Forcing these rules. Legislations, bearing in mind this isn't law. But I just want to question you guys, man. Are you okay with this? Because, like I said, I've not heard when they're going to say we don't have to wear these anymore. And people aren't even questioning that. They're not even thinking, oh, rah, this could go on for years. They're just like, oh yeah, this will pass. Where's the evidence this is going to pass? If they're bringing the masks in now, as I said, why didn't they bring them in before and force it before? If that doesn't show you that they're just picking and choosing and running an experiment. Also, if you think about the symbolisation of a face mask, they're muzzling you. They're cutting off your freedom of speech. It's a face mask, but what does it cover? It covers your nose, but mostly your mouth. What do you use your mouth for? What do you use your mouth for? You use your mouth to articulate, to speak, to fight for yourself, to freedom of speech. They're now telling you to cover your mouth. And also, it's not good for your breathing system to wear things to block your air passages. Yes, it might be thin material, but you cannot tell me you can breathe at the same rate with that over your nose and your mouth than not having a mask at all. You can't tell me that. So why are people not questioning this? Why are people just accepting this? Because not only is it going to be you that's going to be affected, it's going to be your kids as well. Do you want to let your kids grow up in this sort of world where you got to wear basically shields? I know I don't. So what are we doing? What are we doing to fight this? Not enough questions are being asked. Not enough things are being questioned. Don't be so quick to accept everything as truth. Go and do your own research, as I said so many times before. Because before you know it, this is only going to get worse. It's going to be getting worse when this rule gets brought in. You can't go out or do anything without a mask on. Are you crazy? What am I, a vet now? Am I a dentist now? It's creating division between people just walking down the street. It's creating division between people having a conversation in a shop, because they're going to tell you, don't stop and have conversations. Get your shop and go home. Don't interact with people. Like, you really got to start researching this. You really got to start realising what's going on. Symbolisation. Muting people with these masks. It's a muzzle. It's taking away your freedom of speech even more. They were doing it before the mask got brought in with freedom of speech anyway. Think of the PC state world. Well, not even state. PC world we live in. Can't say this, can't say that. Oh, that's offensive. And now they're bringing masks in as well, just to double up on restricting you from saying things. Plus cutting off your airways. You're not getting as much oxygen in your body. £100 fines for shops if you go in a shop and you don't wear your mask. We've got to start fighting it, people. Also, I'm in a few groups on Facebook to do with like consciousness and 5G, and someone said earlier on there about the £100 fines and stuff, and it was also about wearing face masks in public. It's going to be mandatory to wear it in everywhere public, everywhere. So I was like, well, that's me staying home then. That's what I commented, and some woman said that's what they want you to do. I said, well, I ain't going to work wearing a mask, because that's what it would be as well. Every single job pretty much will be, apart from the select few, will be mandatory to wear a mask while you're doing your job. You should have a choice if you wear a mask or not. Especially if you've got illnesses and that. I know that they're making, they're giving people with other illnesses and that like an option sometimes to not wear a mask. But if it's something you can't really prove too much, how are they going to get around that? Like, we got to start fighting it, people. But I'm going to leave it there today, man. As I said, this is something I wanted to speak on, because especially that lady that commented in the Facebook thing, like, she's saying this is exactly what they want you to do, is not go back to stay at home, basically. I'm cool with that, because I don't want to go out and socialise and be in this world where we're being controlled like mice in a lab, and everyone is just like, oh, yes, master, yes, master. No, fuck that. I'd rather not get money. We need more people thinking like that, because the more people that are, oh, I need the money, guess what? Your children and everything are getting put into this science lab. Come on, man. I'd rather stay at home and not get money than go out and do a job with a face mask on. Mandatory. We're already in schools and that. That's the earliest form of a job in slavery, is schools. Then we get a job. Unless you work for yourself. It's all set up. And now they're trying to set you up even more. Even more restrictions. Even more muzzling. Even more taking away of your freedom of speech. I'm going to leave it there today, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll speak to you soon.